we are given a cubic equation which is x cubed plus 2x square minus a, and we are told that only one of its three real roots and unequal roots lie between minus 1 and 3. We are required to calculate the value of a can lie between what? If you are looking at the cubic equation, this is x cubed plus 2x square minus ax. One of the first things that you should notice is that this has no constant term, or essentially x is a factor of the cubic equation. So this is x into x square plus 2x minus a. So 0 is one of the roots of the cubic equation, and that lies between minus 1 and 3. So if you are looking at only the quadratic equation x square plus 2x minus a, we need to check for two things. One, it should have real roots, real and unequal roots. And the second thing we should check is that the value of f of 3 should be less than or equal to 0. Why is that the case? Because if you are drawing the y-axis and x-axis, this is minus 1 and this is 3. The minimum point of x square plus 2x minus a occurs at minus 2 by 2, which is minus 1. Why is that the case? Because if you are looking at a quadratic equation which is of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a is greater than 0, the minimum point of this quadratic equation will occur at minus b by 2a. That is, in this case, minus 2 by 2, which is minus 1. So the quadratic equation is definitely of the form like this, where it will reach its minimum over here. And then it is again going to rise up. But we want it to rise up only after 3. So the value of the function at 3 should be either 0 or it should be less than 0. That is the second thing we are going to check, that f of 3 should be less than or equal to 0. Another thing we are going to check is that even though we know for sure that its minimum occurs at minus 1, we want to again be sure that that minimum point is actually below the x-axis. That will imply that it has two real roots. If it is passing above the x-axis, it would imply that it has no real roots. So the two things we are going to check is that the function has real and unequal roots, and f of 3 is less than or equal to 0. How do we know that it has real roots? It has real roots if the discriminant d is greater than 0. What is the value of the discriminant? It is b square minus 4ac. So in this quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, the discriminant is b square minus 4ac. So in this particular case, it will be 4 plus 4a. This has to be greater than 0, or the value of a has to be greater than minus 1 for sure. This will satisfy the first option, and the second option will be satisfied if f of 3 is less than 0. What is the value of f of 3? It will be x square, that is 9, plus 2x, that is 6, minus a has to be less than or equal to 0, or the value of a has to be greater than or equal to 15. So we want a to be greater than minus 1, and we also want a to be greater than or equal to 15. This is satisfied if the value of a is greater than or equal to 15. So the value of a has to belong to 15 to infinity. So the correct option is option C.